roughly speaking, in the general direction of Chapel Hill and Eagleville, where this supercell is moving from west, southwest, east, northeast, or in other words, kind of left to right. So you can see almost the entire supercell.
Yeah.
And you can't, if we were to time lapse this, you'd really be able to see the rotation. But I feel like I can even get a sense for the rotation. There's the kind of the lowering the wall cloud, where the flow is basically coming in through this camera, basically, right? From behind the camera in the direction the camera's facing. That's where the inflow to the supercell is coming in, and you can't see it, but the air is rotating parallel with the ground as it goes by, and it gets slurped in by the supercell and continues to feed this rotating beast.
It's really wild. It looks like a little bit of a rain foot there on the right side, and maybe a little bit of inflow into there as well. Lightning, of course, that bluish hue to the sky.
Right before sunset kind of thing.
So spectacular. I mean, to look at these, again, you are looking tens of thousands of feet into the air, too, at this thing. So this overarching, just goes to show you that these storms are enormous.
And the whole thing, it's hard. This is also hard to see. Oh, wow, look at that lightning. My goodness.
Yeah.
This whole thing is moving northeast at about 45 miles an hour.
45?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the forward motion on this supercell.
Yeah, so they're going very, very quickly. Again, there's the edge of the rain shaft. And at times you can see a little bit of a, kicking out. That's what we would call the rain foot. You've got some precip falling over here as well. And then, Dr. Knapp, as you mentioned, the inflow going into the storm.
It is an incredible sight when you get this distance vantage point of a supercell. And of course, there could be some hail embedded in this, at least some. Not maybe a lot, but very heavy rainfall.
Yeah.
And gusty winds, 40-something miles an hour with this particular cell.
Yeah, and then some lowering, as you mentioned, of the cloud. That would be the part that you look up and you're going to see that rotation. But overall, this storm system as a whole is going to be rotating. It's very subtle here. If we were to put it in time lapse, you'd be watching this thing like a carousel. Of course, a lot of that lightning out on the leading edge, but down here you're looking at very, very heavy rain and hail. That's why it looks so dark in there. So not necessarily a tornado that you're looking at, but you are looking at really, really torrential downpours. But
and oh, by the way, heads up I-24 southeast of Nashville, the Murfreesboro area. Even if you don't get a tornado, even if it's not a severe thunderstorm warning, this is not going to be something you want to be driving through or out and about with that lightning.
Yeah, it's been kind of a miserable day around the Nashville area with heavy rainfall and flooding. And unfortunately, these storms are not doing us any favors. Instead, adding insult to injury here in and around the Nashville area. Right now, nothing severe warned, but what we do have are a lot of flash flood warnings. There's the storm we were just looking at again. So we've got this area around Chapel Hill and Eagleville that is not warned for severe threats, but very heavy rain obviously coming out of that storm. And this is the direction that we're looking at. So Dalton, our weather producer, doing an awesome job of showing you where Shelbyville is. So Jennifer, our storm tracker, is in Shelbyville. She is looking off towards the northwest at that storm. So again, makes sense why we were seeing that very well-defined, rain footprint. All right, so we've got Unionville area. At least some broader rotation at times, but overall, this is a storm system that's developing. It's getting its act together. It's a rotating supercell thunderstorm, but at this point, no, signs that we've got any kind of tornado on the ground or tornado warning. And while there is probably some at least small hail,
almost done.
Severe levels, so that would be quarter size or greater. We look at what's happening now. Moving forward, Murfreesboro is in the path of this one, in addition to Concord and Barfield. So Dr. Knapp pointing out that Murfreesboro, a very, very populated suburb of the Nashville area, the community around the Nashville area. So those spots along I-24, we've got 27 lightning strikes within the last 15 minutes. So this storm has been producing dangerous lightning. So even though it is not warned, now is not the time to go out and get the mail. I know maybe you're waiting on that package and you're tempted to, but let the storm pass